Go on then, Vinny.
Jürgen, there seems to be a lot of affection at the football club, certainly among the fans, for Rafa Benitez. I just wonder how you view his legacy here.
I met Rafa once when he was manager of Liverpool. We beat him 5-0 with Mainz. Hopefully he remembers that. So yeah, the rest is history. Yeah? So the big success, and actually we met meanwhile for sure 10, 15 times in different occasions, and it was always really nice with him. To be honest, he's a very interesting person, and so we had always a good time. And I know he's still connected, not only because he lives here around here still, so he's really connected to the club still, and wishes club all the best and all that stuff. So how it should be after this fantastic time what he had here. But yeah, but even in the pre-season and in the summer break we had talks, and so yeah, it's for sure. I know him better than most of the other colleagues in the Premier League, to be honest, and yeah, it's nice, but has not the biggest impact, I think, on the game.
I'll be looking at omens ahead of this weekend. This fixture has never seen a goalless draw in the 44 Premier League meetings between the two sides. Daniel Sturridge has scored in all 4 of his Premier League starts at St James's Park as well, scoring 5 in that time.
That's much more important information than the first one, but okay.
But looking at your current record in front of goal in this month, what is costing you, do you feel? Is it confidence among individuals? Is it concentration? Is there anything more that you can do as manager to make your side more clinical?
Or to make us more clinical? No, I cannot. But it's that at the end, the last step, always the players has to do. I cannot. That's not a word I could say. And now we finalize all the very good situation we create before. No, but it's like it always is in life and in football. You have to keep on going. That's how it is. You have to do it again and again and again. And we speak about the things we have influence on. We speak about it, but there are a lot of situations. Do you really think I should speak about the 2 headers which Roberto had and the other one that Mo Salah had in the game against Moscow, and say, look, if you hit it a little bit more on this, so that's not how it works. So we need to come in these situations, and we all know these boys will score. The difficult thing in a situation like this is to stay confident, to do it again and again and again, because that's a kind of an average situation, if you want, and from an average in our goal scoring record in the moment, so from an average moment there are 2 directions: less than average or better than average. And of course my work is to help the boys that we do it better after this, and that's how to not to. It makes no sense to criticize finishing. It's about creating and using the qualities of the boys in the right moment. But we talk more about how we can create more often. So that's what it is then in situations like this. The situation now, this pass is not the right one, stuff like this. So, but that's how it always is. It's not. It's still my responsibility. But yeah, I cannot shoot from the bench, so that's it. But to help them to come in the position, yes, that's my job.
So highlighting the positives as well, 5th in the Premier League, 5 points off the top, unbeaten in the Champions League. How much of a foundation is that for a successful season?
It's the foundation. It's our basis. It's how it is. It's and that's what we want to use. And it's And actually, as now, it says nothing about the Newcastle game. So we have to go there. We have to sort our smaller, bigger problems, whatever. And we have to make a lineup. We have to go there, and we have to respect Newcastle. I had the opportunity to see the full game against Brighton last week. It was on Sunday, I think. Watched it. Good team, good organized. Unlucky with the goal, I would say, but or even it was a wonderful goal at the end. But there was a lot of discussion about was it a penalty or not, or stuff. Was it a foul or not, and so that's of course a little bit unlucky. And yes, we know about the quality, but the situation points we knew immediately. Moscow felt like a defeat, but it was no defeat. And then afterwards you knew, okay, now we know more about Moscow, we know more about Sevilla. 2 points, it doesn't really sound too well, but you're right, it was still everything possible for us. 11 points. Sounds not perfect, but it's, on the other hand side, it's not that we cannot see the other teams anymore. So, but it's only the basis which we have to use.
Jürgen, on that subject then, is it purely the way that the two Manchester clubs have started the season why you're getting this extra criticism? Do you think a lot of it is unfair, the criticism on the club at the moment?
No, I'm not interested in the criticism. I'm more interested in the thoughts of the people. So if pundits, journalists, whatever, criticize us, that should not have any effect. That's kind of the job. That's normal. If there are a few teams, they are obviously flying. So does it mean the other teams should not try to fly also as well? So it's or do we all have to give up and say, oh, they're so good this year? Oh my God, I really want to have a season ticket for Manchester, whichever stadium. Or is it allowed that we really still try to sort our things and to improve? With all the problems we had so far, we have 11 points. So think what could happen if we sort our problem. I have no problem with criticism. I have only problem with if people think we cannot sort our things. So that's all what I want to, what I still want to, that the people know. We are really working hard, and we are not. It's not like we lost our football knowledge overnight or something like this. It's really, we know where we have to do better, and that's what we're working on. But what the Manchester clubs are doing, it's two fantastic clubs. Sorry to say this, but fantastic teams, fantastic managers. It's clear that they will do really well. And Chelsea, still a good side. Tottenham, oh my God. Arsenal, on a good way. Other teams, obviously improving. Stuff like this, that's the football world, no problem. But the only thing we can do is really to work on our football and what we are doing. And so, not perfect so far, but the past already, so let's try to make it better in the next game.
When we talk about pressure and expectation with big clubs, and I know that you've been linked with Bayern Munich, which I'm sure we don't need to talk about. We all know the answer to that one. Carlo Ancelotti, how surprised were you to see him lose his job so early in the season at Bayern Munich?
Not a lot of things in this business can surprise me anymore, to be honest. But I have no clue. I am not in, what Bayern, what the real thoughts were behind this decision. I saw the game against PSG because I thought it was really interesting to watch it, and that's how football is. So individual quality can decide games, and that was that night like this. So, but at the end, it was not one game. I think it was kind of a development which the Bayern bosses didn't like too much, and that's why they made the decision. I think I have no clue actually why they exactly did it, but it's not my problem. So we'll see how it works now. Carlo is a very, very experienced manager, and I'm sure even he lost not his football knowledge overnight. So, but sometimes he doesn't fit together. That's how it is. And then if Bayern finds now a better future with another manager, then congratulations. But and Carlo for sure, if he wants to carry on, he will find a fantastic club and can show again which kind of manager he is. So it's not. There are bigger problems in the world in this moment, I think, than that Bayern sacked Carlo Ancelotti.
Jürgen, there are a few Christmas cards in the shops already and decorations. I was just wondering what your thoughts were with this talk of moving your fixture to Christmas Eve against Arsenal.
Who gets this game? If. So let me say like this: we if probably it's like this. If the supporters want to see a game at Christmas Eve, yeah, then probably the television broadcaster will find a way to deliver it. Obviously, they found a way already. I didn't know before that there is a date that it's possible, but now I know it's possible. And how it was in the last few years, if something not too cool is possible around fixtures, then Liverpool is involved. So in this moment, it would mean that we not only play at the night of the 24th. It also would mean that we play again 4 games in 9 days, what pretty much the worst you can get. I always said the broadcaster have to consider that the wonderful thing they sell and give a lot of money to the club, 100%, depends to the players, depends to the quality of the players, depends to the freshness of the players. So if we have to play the 24th of December, I'm not sure that we can fight against it, but Sky has then to make the decision if they really want to do this, if they really want to bring supporters on the street and at night, if they really want to bring all the people who work for television away from home and at night. I don't think we can. We are then the last one in this row who may have to say something about the decision. I really think it's no problem for the people to be concentrated on very, very important nights on something else than on football. For us, it's not a normal time. So if we don't play the 24th, then probably we will play the 25th or the 26th. I'm not sure. So it's still Christmas for our families, but not for us. So we are used to it. But if you want to think about all the other people you involved, who has to go there, then a few of you, or maybe we play without media because they all have Christmas. That would be nice. Just one camera. Yeah. I really cannot imagine that anybody wants to watch football at night, but I'm not so important.
Just back on football matters, to go back to Tuesday, and you played Coutinho, Firmino, Mane and Salah together, starting for the first time. I know you spoke a bit about how that went and how much work needs to be done with them, but how do you see that sort of combination working and how much work to be done with them?
We don't have, that is not. I really don't think that this game is the game to judge this combination. It's a likely and possible combination of the lineup. So if you want, obviously, Sadio had nine or 10 days no football game. I don't know exactly. So a little bit lack of rhythm. Still very good situations, but not as good as it could be. That's how it is after these kind of breaks. Roberto working unbelievable hard, good moments, but a few unlucky moments. Phil, yes, in a very good moment. Mo, in a very good moment. So that's the truth of that game or the story of that game. But we have different options. So it's there will be all four in the best moment is a unbelievable threat, but can win nothing without the other six on the pitch. And so, how I said, the big improvement of this team in the moment so far is that we really create a lot. We had a lot of talks in the last 2 years when we played against sides who are only defending, that we don't create enough. That's changed. That changed. We have made a big step in this. So far, it doesn't lead to the results that we want, but you cannot, in a few moments, you cannot create bigger chances. That's not we scored goals from much more difficult situations than we missed so far, and that's all. But in different lineups as well. So it's not. We played without Sadio and we won. Did we? Probably yes. Oh yes, Leicester. So, and we created without Sadio. We created without Phil. For sure, we created without Roberto and without Mo. So we have different lineups and different opportunities. And so as long as they're all fit, I have to make the choice.
We've got an international break coming up, as you're well aware.
Sorry?
International break is coming up,
Yep.
as you're well aware. Ben Woodburn's been selected in the Wales senior squad again. I'm just wondering what you think about what that will do for his development, playing for Wales and also in the
Fantastic.
Europa League.
It's fantastic. It's just good. A lot of things could be not too positive in a situation. Not because Ben is a fantastic boy, outstanding, skilled, and very young still. And so now you play for Wales and you come back, and if now the boy would misunderstand this situation, then it could be a problem. But he's just fantastic. He's really, we had a very good, even when it was very short talk about it. I want to explain why the situation here is different. I said, no, boss, I know. All good. So he loves playing in the U19 Champions League, having there the role he has. Yes, fighting for little advantage in this game with boys the same age, playing U23, training with us. And he doesn't expect in this moment. He takes each minute as a fantastic opportunity to help whichever team. And that's the best ground and the best basis to have a really, really nice career, what he for sure will have. And how we all think, not hope, how we all think this career will be here. But he has still a lot of things to learn, but I'm really happy for him and for Wales that they really have this fantastic opportunity to bring him from the start, or having him as a sub is really cool, because obviously a big influence in the last 2 games, big influence, and hopefully I can do so again.
Well, anything from you? Go ahead. Are there any injury concerns ahead of the game?
No concerns, but it was quite intense game, so we have a few knocks, we will see. But in this moment, no concerns, but I know finally tomorrow probably.
Final question.
And I know you've spoken a lot about Philippe Coutinho over the summer. I'm not going to go there, but how pleasing to see, and when we talk about players' attitudes, to see him back in a Liverpool shirt, smiling, scoring goals, scored in back-to-back games for you, and clearly going to be a huge part of your season, the way that you and the club have handled that situation.
It's just good to have him here. That's the only thing. I don't think we have to talk about who ever handled which situation. There were obviously a few ways. The club decided this way, and at the end we are all professionals, and then we take it like it is. So, and I was very pleased from the first second when he was back. You can imagine, and but then we had no real idea how will he be after this injury break, and a few more days with the national team. We didn't know exactly, and then he came back, was in a fantastic shape. Obviously, is in a really good shape. That's good for us. That's the only thing what's important. And yes, the team is the other thing was really responsible for it, and they did. I was really happy when he was back. No, I don't know, difficult discussions about why and what. Just that's professional football. We are not non-league football anymore. There are offers for different players. I don't know, and that's how it is. And sometimes people think about it, and sometimes not. That's absolutely normal. But being where you are with 100% when the decisions are made. That's the only way how life works, and that football is no different to that. And he is here with 100%, and that's really cool.
Change of mind, believe you have a question.
Yeah, can you just give us an update on the recoveries of Adam Lallana and Nathaniel Klein, please?
Yes, the update is both doing really well, but are not tomorrow in team training, but both on a really good way. With Klein, it was for 1-2 weeks not too sure. But now he makes really steps, he made real steps, and it's really cool. And Adam is completely in the normal. That's how it was, or how it is from the first day, how we thought it will be. He's now outside running, and obviously improves a lot. But he has no problems anymore. We just have to wait until the tendon is a tendon again, if you want. So you cannot bring rush in this. But so far, no setbacks, everything fine.
Fantastic. Okay, guys, we're going to move on for